Hey y'all, and welcome back, y'all, with another reaction. And this reaction is got to do with Julio suspect Alicia sentence Alicia Andrews. Okay, her sentencing supposed to come up next week. Now it's a lot of things happen in our Alicia trial. And y'all probably didn't catch on and I wasn't paying attention. You couldn't have caught on and then figured it out. Okay. Now the attorneys on defense attorney want to recuse the judge. Okay. That's what's going on in the sentencing with Alicia Andrews. Okay. Also in that, before we watch the video, we got the legend for you. Y'all remember one time when we was watching the trial and Alicia Andrews trial, and the judge told one of the defense team told the lady that she's laughing too much, she's smiling too much. I mean, she was saying the judge in Alicia Andrews Julio trial. That judge presiding over the trial for that defense accused underlying Julio, the rapper, said the behavior of the defense is inexcusable on Wednesday. What happened that Wednesday was she said that they were smiling too much. She was smiling too much. You can't stop nobody from smiling now. I just didn't understand a lot of things that judge was saying, because she was instead of watching them instead of acting like a judge at that time. So, and a lot of things, something else happened in the case, y'all. Alicia Andrews she was charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder in the death of Julio, that's Charles Jones, who utilized the stage name Julio. She is one of the 5 individuals charged in the relationship to Jones, underlying the first to go to the trial. Now the defense invoked the rule of sequestration, which prevents witnesses from resuming information about the trial and discussing the case. Now, we've seen the trial and we discussed the case among ourselves, but the witness is not supposed to discuss the case, y'all. And so what happened is the assistant state attorney, Scott Harmon, asked the defense if they had only informed one witness about the rule, which the defense confirmed. Now, this is what happened right there, y'all. So what happened was the failure of the defense. This is what the defense didn't do. That's Alicia Andrews' attorney. The failure of the defense to tell their own witness not to talk about the case is inexcusable. She was talking about this case, y'all, online as well. Okay, even though we saw it. So, not to talk about the case, inexcusable, and that's a matter of record. Judge Michelle said, that was the judge said, why it matters. Jones was fatally shot in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn. I didn't even know that they weren't supposed to be showing the video. I didn't know we weren't supposed to. What is going on here? Now, you're going to hear from Alicia judge and Alicia defense team on her sentencing. Her sentencing is supposed to be on the 8th. I'm not sure. Mistaken, it's supposed to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be Monday. But I don't know if they're going to do it Monday because they're trying to recuse the judge. Okay? Okay, well, anywho. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show y'all the video. So, and it's gonna be of Alicia Andrews' defense team, and you're gonna hear more from her attorney. But what to know, y'all, is Harmon asked the defense to advise all of their witnesses. They have witnesses that came and took the stand, y'all, about and it can get the witnesses. It can endanger the witnesses' lives because this is a game that they are dealing with. Okay? And they're not supposed to talk about this case. They're not supposed to. Now, this is what the defense supposed to do. The defense attorney is supposed to do. Unnecessary the way the counsel is speaking to the defense. It's been happening since day one. What the defense is saying is, I really don't like the way it's not up to me what they like. I don't even think they respected the defense attorney during the trial. I don't think it was too much of the defense attorney. I think it was more of the judge and the prosecution team, the prosecutor, the way they were speaking to the defense team. I'm not taking up for Andrews. I just didn't understand why they was talking to I didn't like the way they was talking to the defense team. I just couldn't understand why. And so now they worry about what the people are saying, that the defense attorney, Eric White, in the court on Wednesday, we are professional just like every other attorney in the courtroom. The bigger point that I was making is that the way that Mr. Harmon has been speaking to this side of the table is unprofessional, it's disrespectful. He's done it in front of the jury as well. And there has not been an attempt by the court of intervening in that. So I want to make sure that it's on the record that it is inappropriate. The rise in tone and unnecessary is disrespectful, and it's inappropriate. That was the judge said. Okay, everything that happened in the trial is on the record. Everything being videotaped and conduct of everybody involved. What's going to happen next? Andrew's trial is ongoing. Well, let's go. Let's listen to this. I think that they should have figured this out, y'all, way long time ago, and instead of trying to bring it up now. Y'all make sure y'all share this video, okay? And I apologize about the other video going on. I didn't charge. Okay, here we go, y'all. Okay. This what's going on, y'all. Here we go. Her sentencing is supposed to start tomorrow. Now that they're trying to accuse the judge, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Here we go. Okay, here we go, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me start from the beginning. My fault. I was trying to watch it earlier. Okay, this is what's going on. Here we go.
Hi, Lisa Figueroa here, board certified criminal defense attorney in Orlando. We talked earlier about the sentencing coming up on December 8th for Alicia Andrews' case. Well, her attorney just recently posted something online with a new update. Let's see what's going on.
So let me give you all an update on the Alicia Andrews case while I'm just driving in the middle of Everglades right now. So that case was supposed to be set for sentencing December 8th. We filed a motion to have the judge disqualified from the case for bias during the trial. And the judge denied that motion. And so pretty much we're
like if you hadn't heard, they had originally filed a motion to disqualify the judge on the Friday, the last day of the trial before the sentencing. Now, what that means is a lot of times we hear about judges biased, and so you think, oh, well, that judge should be removed. A lot of people don't realize that the way a judge gets removed is the attorney has to file a motion, and the person who makes the decision is actually that same judge. But the rules say that the attorney only has to allege certain facts, and the judge should not look at the merits of it. But apparently, regardless of what the attorney filed here, the judge denied it. This was prior to the verdict, but now it looks like they are taking it up on appeal. You hear him say that he's filing a writ. Now, what that means is he filed a motion with the judge, and now you can appeal or ask the judge he wanted them to stay the proceedings, to go to the higher court. So the writ is basically a motion, a document that the attorney submits to the appellate court to get them to look over or review what the trial court did and to see if it's correct or not.
December 4th. The writ is like 17 pages long and has a bunch of exhibits in the writ, or attached to the writ. Those exhibits are videos that I cut up from YouTube, going through all the YouTube videos and finding examples of bias from the judge, or what at least I think is bias.
Now, what's really interesting and I think somewhat novel or new in this case is that typically when we move as an attorney to recuse a judge, it's usually because of the actions that occurred in the courtroom, things that were said, the impression that the defendant had based on whatever happened or commentary the judge made or rulings. And here, on top of those things, they're also adding YouTube comments and videos from just the public because this case was put online for everyone to see. And so they included videos, comments from chat, and all of that into their writ for the appeals court to rule on.
So, because we're so close to the sentencing date, I need to push back the sentencing so that the appellate court has time to move on this issue with the judge, whether the judge should be presiding over the sentencing or any motions that are left to be dealt with in the Alicia case. So there's two ways that the court could stop the sentencing or continue. One is I can ask the trial judge to push back the sentencing in light of the fact that I filed a writ of prohibition, or the appellate court can issue what's called a rule to show cause. If they issue a rule to show cause, then they will push back, they'll actually stay the proceedings, they'll pause everything in the trial court until such time that they are able to deal with the appeal.
Okay, so basically, they were scheduled for sentencing on December 8th, and her attorney feels that based on certain things that happened and everything that was alleged in this motion, that they had a valid basis to disqualify this judge. That the judge, for whatever reason, may not be fair or give Alicia Andrews a fair sentencing. And so typically, this needs to be done in advance. That was done the Friday on the last day of trial, and that was denied. The attorney now can appeal that, and that's the writ that he's talking about. But in the meantime, the sentencing is still scheduled for Monday, December 8th. And so now what he has to do is to request that we continue the sentencing. Like, let's hold off and see if the court was right or wrong about denying the motion to disqualify her. So he had two options. One was to file with that same judge, hey, can we continue this? And he reached out to the prosecutor's office to see if they had any objection, and of course they're going to object. And then he has the option to ask the judge, would you allow us to continue this? Wait and see what the appeals court does. And if she says no, then his only other option is to go to the appellate court and ask them to issue a rule to show cause, basically a writ to stay the proceedings. That means halt, stop the proceedings until a decision is made. So essentially, he's trying to stop the sentencing from going forward, because the idea being that if this judge is the one that sentenced her, she's not going to get a fair trial based on the things that he laid out in his motion.
So I tried with the trial court first. I emailed the prosecutor yesterday, or they did get a push one, asking them if they would agree to yesterday, asking them if they would agree to push back the sentencing. Of course, they said no. Once they said no, I reached out to the judge, filed a motion with the judge that was presiding over the case, but I had no faith that the judge would agree to push back sentencing. And the judge denied the request to push back the sentencing. But at the same time, I was also working to have the appellate court stay the proceedings. So what we did was, and this is why it's important to know the rules of procedure, of appellate procedure and criminal procedure, wherever you're at, in whatever state, because there's a mechanism. If the appellate court issues a rule to show cause, then it stays the proceedings undecided issuance of a rule to show cause. disqualify her, then she's gonna get the sentence that she had. But if not, then we might get the sentence that she had. So that's
And stay the proceedings. That means sentencing won't go forward on the 8th. And now they're going to wait to issue a ruling. Should the judge be disqualified and another judge assigned to handle the sentencing, or will deem the motion insufficient to disqualify her? In which case, then the sentencing would go forward now with the judge that they just got through saying could not be fair, which is always a tricky situation for any attorney to navigate. But clearly, as a defense attorney, you have to do everything you can to protect the best interest of your accused so they can be dealt with even later on appeal. Drug trafficking, and we did the trial. It's 2 counts: trafficking and then also possession of misdemeanor cannabis. And she was found guilty only of the misdemeanor cannabis possession. And the judge made a comment prior to saying, she's a trafficker. And that comment led me to believe that he felt it was him, and he denied it. And we filed a writ to the appellate court saying that there was sufficient basis to warrant removal of this judge and assigning another judge before sentencing. And unfortunately, the writ in that case was denied. So we were left to go back after a not guilty verdict. And needless to say, unfortunately, even though it was just a misdemeanor charge that was left, he did impose jail time against her. And that's kind of one of the difficult things with the way the law is on this, that the fact that the judge that we're concerned with about being biased is the one who makes the decision whether or not to remove themselves from the case. Now, in my case, it wasn't a high profile case that's being followed by the media where you have, because we do. We have it being broadcast. We have commentary basically from individuals' rulings of the court, and the attorneys here are trying to use that to bolster or to give credence to their argument that this judge should be removed. So as of now, there won't be a sentencing on December 8th. We're going to have to wait to hear the appellate court rules, and then we'll be back with an update.
All right, now, so there you go. You heard it. What they're gonna do, y'all? It's not gonna be a sentencing tomorrow for Alicia, and that's it. It is what it is. Thanks for watching.